Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. This should be a good one to watch under the lights on Thursday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Raheem Blackshear on the return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Panthers coming out, and they're led by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Rocky rookie season for the #1 overall pick out of Alabama. But, Greg, here's the guy the Panthers hope can get this franchise.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time, running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
A second down throw for Young. And that one incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun, it's Young. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's going to run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Young. He's got his tight end. That's Sanders. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
8-yard pickup. And the Panthers first down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. To throw, Young. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Right back to him on first down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Here's Brady. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Brady. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now a give up the middle. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Brady set to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Brady looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it for the touchdown.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Blackshear. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On 2nd down, Young. That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Legette. They get 25 on that connection. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, That's when disaster strikes.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hubbard. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Give him 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down. To throw is Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tremble comes in motion. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
One more time, it's Hubbard. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hubbard. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line. And not only did they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, I can tell you from experience, when you put together a drive of that length, the amount of plays that had to be put in to move the ball that far, and then to come away with no points, that's a tough one. That could be a real deflator for an offense.
The home team's offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points. To the air is Brady. Quick throw taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 1st down is Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Here's Young to throw. A throw left side caught by Sanders. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. To throw is Dalton. He's got it at the 7, and he'll be taken down.
And when the Panthers decided to make the change from the former first overall pick Bryce Young to Andy Dalton, it was to make throws like this, Mike, the ability push the ball downfield, get through your progressions and your reads, bring a little life to this Panthers offense that over the last couple years has really been one of the worst in the league.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Brooks, and he will dive into the end zone. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown, Panthers. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7th. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw again. Off he goes. A gain there of 24 yards. That's enough for a first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. get into the end zone for the score.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And his guys will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. That's to the sideline, taken in by Thomas.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest lead.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Carolina.
Here's Dalton. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Tremble comes in motion. Now Dalton. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Tremble comes in motion. They'll try and run it with Brooks. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now it's Dalton. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
His tight end Tremble over the middle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end Thomas. Dalton to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point is good, and his guys will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Dalton. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Sending a receiver right. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. A big play there on the scramble. And even 30 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To the left side, into the hands of Moore. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Panther first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll look to throw yet again. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. In trouble. Down he goes. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. 14 on the pickup, and that will be a 1st down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air is Brady. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw is Brady. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Gerard Mayo's made the decision, and he'll send out the field goal team. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
To throw is Dalton. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Our home team 27, visitors 14.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a second consecutive time.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. A gain there of 11. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage. So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Tremble comes in motion. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. Now Dalton. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers are back within 6. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
20-yard pickup there. That's enough for a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. Huh.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Up the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This one from 39 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. Receiver in motion, going right. Throwing, Dalton. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now it's Dalton. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Dalton. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the side.
To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
On the return, here comes Blackshear. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Dalton to throw. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Motion man, set right. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. They'll look to throw again. This one to the tight end, Tremble. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. They motion a receiver right. They'll look to throw yet again. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He's going to air this one out for Jones. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. to throw here to begin the drive. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to... Oh, no